right, for this next technique, you're going to see how I like to use the headquarters position to set up one of my favorite submissions, the Kimura. And once again, we're going to catch the person by surprise and force a transition position where we can not only get the Kimura, but finish a few other things as well. All right? So, we establish our headquarters, okay? This one, we can do, a couple different ways. Either with my shin down over the thigh, like we worked on before, or I could do it just up on both feet. That's fine. But the one thing I have to have is good hand control, okay? I want to control this wrist and hand coming from the outside, all right? So, I'm sorry, from the inside to the outside, just like this, all right? Once I control this hand, this is my path to pretty much do a shoulder roll, okay? And at the same time, come through and lock my other hand for the Kimura grip, all right? So I get control of his wrist. I'm in the headquarters position. Now I'm ready to dive forward. My arm is going to come through that space as I roll. Let's turn a little bit here. Okay, so I dive forward and roll. You see, as I did, I locked my wrist with the other hand. Notice how I'm not using my thumbs, okay? I'm using a good monkey grip where I can really turn and keep this arm tight to his body, okay? I want to be tight here to make it hard for him to roll back up into me, okay? Because he's going to look to turn into me, but he can't come up if he can't get his arm under himself, okay? If he can't post to get up. So I want to keep that there, but I don't want to take too much time. Right after I roll, I lock that tight to his body. I'm going to kind of kick and roll my body over so I can start to climb up onto my knees, okay? From here, now I'm ready to finish this Kimura. I'm going to turn him to his side, and as I look to come over his head, I want to try to bring my shin over his arm to neutralize his arm, just like this. Now I'm in the Kimura position. First thing we always do is pull away from their body first. Pull away. Now I can take this up and over to get the finish. Okay? So, we're in the headquarters position. Nice and tight. We got control of this wrist. Okay? Just like this. Alright? I can kind of mess with him a little bit, fake him out, and then when you go, you got to commit. Alright? Full commitment, roll all the way through for this. Okay? Even though it kind of feels like you're sweeping yourself, remember we're going into a favorable scramble where we're going to have the advantage. So I'm going to dive, roll through. You see how I locked the grip in that process? Immediately I'm going to make this tight to his body so he can't come up. From here, instead of trying to climb with your feet, kick your legs so you can turn onto your hip all in one motion. Okay? Now from here, I'm walking up. I'm going to turn him to his side and look to immediately drive my knee down over his arm so my shin traps his arm. Okay? On this pull, remember not to lean up and then pull with your arms. Okay? I want to pull with my whole body together so my elbows are tight. No matter how strong he wants to keep his arm to his belly, I'm just going to use my whole body and my hip to pull this away. Here. And now, bring this up, keep his elbow tight to my chest, and drive this all the way down to get the tap. One more time. Do this side. Here. Hand control. Roll through. Lock. Keep this tight to his body. Kick. We're up. Turn. Drop the knees down. Keep this arm tight. Pull with your whole body together away from him. And then over for the tap. So, just as you've seen so much before already, how the headquarters position and all these passing techniques can lead us into submission techniques, all right, in that transition where they're defending. Once again, we have another option here, using the headquarters to set up that wrist control and roll forward for the Kimura, come on top and get the finish.